This proactive approach to spending time is a clear signal that you occupy an important place in his life. Finally, the way he balances his time with you and other aspects of his life shows a deliberate shift in priorities. When a man likes you, he reorganizes his schedule, sometimes even sacrificing other interests or commitments to make room for you. This sacrifice is quiet but meaningful. It demonstrates that he sees you as a valuable investment in his personal happiness and growth. Body language is a powerful and often unconscious way a man reveals his true feelings. When a man likes you, his body naturally responds by opening up around you. This openness is a silent invitation, a signal that he feels comfortable and connected in your presence. Unlike words, which can be controlled or masked, body language often leaks out genuine emotions before the mind even catches up. So learning to read these subtle cues gives you a window into his true feelings. One of the first signs of openness is his posture. When he's around you, you'll notice he avoids closed-off positions like crossed arms or legs, which typically signal defensiveness or discomfort. Instead, he tends to keep his body relaxed and facing toward you. He might lean slightly forward, which shows engagement and interest. This posture communicates that he's fully present and receptive, creating a nonverbal bridge between you. Another key indicator is mirroring. Humans instinctively mimic the body language of people they like and trust, often without realizing it. If you catch him subtly copying your gestures, your head tilts, or even your breathing rhythm, it's a strong sign of connection. This subconscious behavior reflects rapport and empathy, demonstrating that he's not just physically near you, but emotionally in sync with you. Eye contact is one of the most telling forms of body language. When a man likes you, he seeks to hold your gaze longer and more frequently than usual. His eyes convey warmth, curiosity, and attentiveness. Unlike a quick glance, prolonged eye contact reveals vulnerability and genuine interest. It's his way of silently saying, "You matter to me." However, it's important to distinguish between meaningful eye contact and uncomfortable staring. The former is inviting, the latter can be unsettling. Facial expressions also become more animated and genuine around someone he likes. You might notice his smile reaches his eyes, creating what's often called a Duchin smile, a real smile that reflects true happiness and affection. His expressions tend to soften, showing kindness and approachability. These micro-expressions communicate feelings he might not put into words, but certainly wants you to feel. His gestures often become more open and expansive. Rather than keeping his hands hidden or tucked away, he may use his hands freely as he talks, which is a sign of confidence and ease. Open palms, for instance, indicate honesty and transparency. This openness in movement reflects a lack of barriers between you, signaling that he is comfortable being himself when he's around you. Physical orientation is another subtle but important signal. Even in a group, a man who likes you will orient his body towards you, his feet, torso, and head will be directed your way. This unconscious positioning shows that you are the center of his attention. He naturally gravitates toward you, even when engaged with others, because his interest pulls him in your direction. Lastly, he often finds small ways to close physical distance. Body language is about proximity, and when a man likes you, he unconsciously moves closer, reducing the space between you. He might subtly lean in during conversations or stand or sit closer than necessary. This closeness signals comfort, attraction, and a desire to build intimacy without needing to say a word. Remembering small details about someone is one of the most genuine signs of interest a man can show. When a man likes you, he makes a mental note of the little things you say, your favorite foods, your hobbies, your dreams, even the stories you casually share. These details might seem insignificant to others, but to him they are clues that help him understand who you truly are. This kind of attention shows he values you beyond surface level and wants to connect on a deeper level. People are naturally forgetful about the small stuff in daily conversations, especially when juggling busy lives. Yet, when he brings up something you mentioned days or even weeks ago, it reveals that you've been on his mind. This isn't just about memory, it's about effort. He's deliberately making space in his thoughts to hold pieces of your world. This subtle act of remembering is a way of showing that you matter to him and that your words have weight and meaning. The ability to recall specific details also reflects emotional intelligence and empathy. By paying attention to your likes and dislikes, fears and aspirations, he is tuning into your emotional landscape. This signals that he's not just interested in casual interaction, but in understanding your true self. When he remembers and references these details, it can create moments of connection that feel intimate and special, building a foundation of trust and closeness. You might notice that he uses these details to surprise or delight you. Maybe he buys you a favorite snack you mentioned in passing or suggests a place to go that aligns with your interests. These thoughtful actions demonstrate he's listening carefully and wants to make you happy. This kind of attention to detail is not accidental. It's a conscious effort to show care and consideration without needing to say "I like you" outright. Remembering small details also means he is mentally present when you talk. It's easy to be physically there but distracted or half listening. But when a man likes you, he engages deeply with your words, tuning out distractions to really absorb what you say. This kind of presence is rare and valuable, and it tells you that your conversations with him are important and meaningful. Another dimension is how this attention to detail builds anticipation and connection over time. When he remembers your preferences or past conversations, it allows your relationship to grow naturally and smoothly. It means future interactions will be richer because he's building on a foundation of shared understanding. This gradual accumulation of remembered details strengthens the bond and creates a sense of being truly known. He also uses these details to navigate conversations thoughtfully. By recalling what you've shared before, he can avoid awkward topics or steer discussions toward what makes you comfortable and happy. This awareness signals emotional maturity and respect. It shows he cares enough about your feelings to engage with sensitivity, which is a vital ingredient in any meaningful relationship. Finally, remembering small details helps him build a personalized connection that feels unique and special. It separates his interest in you from casual acquaintances or superficial interactions. This attentive behavior indicates that he's investing emotional energy into learning who you are at your core, which is a silent but powerful way to say, "You're important to me." When a man likes you, he naturally seeks opportunities to be near you. This desire to be physically close is often one of the earliest and most consistent signs of attraction. It's a silent message that goes beyond words. His presence itself becomes a way to communicate interest. You'll notice that he looks for moments to share space, whether in social settings, casual encounters, or planned meetings. This intentional closeness shows that you hold a special place in his thoughts. Being near you is more than just coincidence or chance. When he likes you, he will create situations or adjust his plans to be where you are. He may arrive early to an event you're attending, find reasons to visit places he knows you frequent, or accept invitations simply because it means spending time in your company. These actions demonstrate deliberate effort, a quiet commitment to keeping you within reach. This behavior often goes unnoticed at first because it happens subtly. He might not announce his intentions or overtly state that he wants to be near you. Instead, it's woven into the fabric of everyday interactions. Standing beside you in a group, walking close during a conversation, or choosing a seat next to yours. These small but consistent choices of proximity reveal his silent desire to connect and share space. Physical closeness also signals comfort and trust. Being near someone requires a certain level of ease, a willingness to share personal space without discomfort. When a man likes you, he naturally gravitates toward you because he feels safe and accepted around you. This closeness can foster deeper emotional connection, as proximity allows for shared moments, subtle touches, and the unspoken bond that forms when two people occupy the same space comfortably. In addition, seeking proximity allows him to engage all his senses in the experience of being with you. Sight, sound, smell, and touch all play a role in building attraction and emotional connection. Being physically close enhances these sensory experiences, creating moments that linger in memory. It's a form of communication that says, "I want to be where I can see you, hear you, and feel connected to you." This tendency to be near you also signals his readiness to invest time and energy in the relationship. When a man makes himself available by simply showing up and staying close, it's a clear indication that he values your presence. It reflects a willingness to invest effort without needing grand gestures or elaborate plans. Sometimes just being there is enough to show his interest. You might also notice that he's attentive to the little ways he can maintain this closeness, like moving closer if you shift your seat, or positioning himself to easily engage with you in a group. These small adjustments are signs that he's tuned into your presence and wants to keep the connection alive. It's a form of nonverbal communication that expresses care and focus. Lastly, this desire to be near you builds a foundation for greater intimacy. Physical closeness naturally breaks down barriers and allows emotions to flow more freely. It fosters a sense of belonging and connection that words alone can't achieve. When a man seeks to be near you consistently, it's a powerful signal that he values your company and is drawn to building something meaningful together. When a man truly likes you, he instinctively offers his help without waiting for you to ask. This willingness to step in and support you quietly reveals his care and concern. It's a subtle yet powerful way of showing that your well-being matters to him. Unlike words, which can sometimes be empty or rehearsed, actions like offering help speak directly to his intentions. He demonstrates through behavior that he's willing to be there for you in practical, meaningful ways. Offering help without being asked also shows attentiveness. He pays close attention to your needs, struggles, or even moments of frustration, and he responds proactively. This level of awareness isn't accidental. It's a sign that he's mentally and emotionally tuned into your life. He notices when you could use a hand, whether it's carrying something heavy, fixing a problem, or simply being present during a challenging time. This attentiveness reflects genuine interest and concern. This kind of help is often unassuming and quiet. It doesn't come with fanfare or expectation of recognition. Instead, it's a natural impulse to support you because he values you and wants to contribute positively to your life. Whether it's helping you with a task, offering advice, or just being there to listen, his support is consistent and heartfelt. It reflects a selfless attitude that prioritizes your happiness and comfort. You'll find that his offers of help extend beyond convenience. They often address deeper emotional or practical needs. For example, he might sense when you're overwhelmed and step in to lighten your load, or offer encouragement when you face doubts. This shows he's invested in your overall well-being, not just surface-level interactions. His desire to help is rooted in a commitment to seeing you thrive. The way he offers help also reveals his respect for your independence. He doesn't try to take over or undermine your ability to manage your own life. Instead, he provides support that empowers you, enhancing your strength rather than diminishing it. This balanced approach shows maturity and a sincere desire to be a positive force in your life, rather than controlling or intrusive. Offering help without being asked builds trust and deepens the emotional connection between you. It signals that he's reliable and dependable, someone you can count on even when you're not explicitly reaching out. This reliability is a cornerstone of any strong relationship. Knowing that he's willing to be there proactively creates a sense of security and comfort. And his willingness to help also often reflects his values and character. Men who consistently offer support without waiting to be asked tend to be empathetic, caring, and proactive by nature. These qualities are often indicative of someone who values meaningful connection and understands that relationships are built through actions, not just words. Finally, his readiness to offer help silently communicates his desire to be a part of your life's journey. He wants to share the burdens and joys alike, showing that he sees a future with you where mutual support is natural. This willingness to give without expectation is a quiet but powerful way of saying, "I care deeply about you, and I want to be here for you." When a man likes you, one of the most telling signs is the way he initiates subtle physical contact. These small, gentle touches aren't random. They are deliberate expressions of affection and connection. Unlike bold or overt gestures, subtle physical contact carries a quiet intensity that often speaks louder than words. It's his way of bridging the emotional distance between you and signaling his interest without overwhelming you. Physical touch is a powerful form of nonverbal communication. When he lightly touches your arm during a conversation or briefly places a hand on your back, he's creating a moment of closeness that words cannot capture. These small contacts convey warmth, comfort, and reassurance. They show that he wants to be near you, both emotionally and physically, and that he feels safe expressing that desire in a gentle, respectful manner. The timing of these touches is important. They often occur at moments when he wants to emphasize something meaningful, offer support, or simply share a connection. For example, a light touch might come when he's encouraging you or celebrating a small victory. This kind of physical contact acts like a silent "I'm here with you," reinforcing the emotional bond in a natural, unforced way. You may also notice that these touches become more frequent and intentional over time. As his feelings grow stronger, the way he uses physical contact evolves. Early on, it might be brief and casual, an accidental brush of hands or a tap on the shoulder. But as trust and comfort build, the contact becomes more meaningful and deliberate, signaling a deeper desire for closeness and intimacy. Subtle physical contact also reveals his sensitivity and respect for your boundaries. He reads your reactions carefully and adjusts accordingly, ensuring that his gestures are welcome and comfortable. This attentiveness demonstrates emotional intelligence. It shows he cares about how you feel and wants to create connection without pressure. His respect in this area is a key indicator of genuine interest. The places he chooses to touch also carry meaning. A hand on your arm during a laugh, a gentle pat on your back when offering support, or a reassuring squeeze during a serious moment all communicate different shades of emotion. These touches tell a story of care, admiration, and a desire to be close, often saying more than words ever could. Physical contact also helps build trust and familiarity. Our brains respond to touch by releasing oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which fosters feelings of safety and connection. When he initiates these small touches, he is helping to create a shared emotional experience that strengthens your relationship. It's a slow and natural way to deepen the connection without rushing or forcing things. Finally, subtle physical contact is a way he expresses vulnerability. Touch is intimate, and by initiating it, he is silently showing that he trusts you and wants to build a closer bond. This vulnerability is a sign of courage and sincerity. It means he is willing to open himself up and invite you into his world through these quiet, meaningful gestures. When a man likes you, he naturally begins to envision a future that includes you. This isn't always expressed through grand declarations or dramatic promises, but through subtle hints and thoughtful inclusions in his plans. He starts to think beyond the present moment and imagines how you fit into the life he's building. This willingness to picture you alongside him is a powerful sign that he values your presence and sees potential for a lasting connection. Including you in his future plans shows that he is thinking long-term. He's not just interested in the here and now. He's considering how your relationship might grow and evolve, whether it's talking about upcoming events, vacations, or even simple weekends ahead. He weaves you into his schedule. This kind of planning requires foresight and intention, reflecting a deeper level of commitment than casual interactions. You might notice he shares his dreams and goals with you as part of this process. When a man likes you, he wants you to understand what drives him and where he hopes to go in life. By opening up about his ambitions and including you in those conversations, he invites you to be part of his journey. This sharing creates a sense of partnership, even if it's still in the early stages, laying the groundwork for shared aspirations. He also takes your interests and plans into account when making decisions. For example, he might suggest activities that align with your hobbies or mention opportunities that suit your schedule. This shows he respects your individuality and wants to create a future that fits both of you. It's a sign of thoughtful consideration and a desire to build a life that is enjoyable and meaningful for you both. Including you in his future plans often means he seeks your opinion and input. He values your perspective and wants to make decisions that take your feelings into account. This collaborative approach reflects mutual respect and the understanding that a strong relationship is built on shared choices. When he actively involves you in these discussions, it signals that he sees you as an equal partner. This inclusion also reveals his readiness to be vulnerable. Talking about the future requires courage because it opens the door to uncertainty and risk. When he shares his hopes and plans with you, he's showing trust and a willingness to be emotionally exposed. This vulnerability is a silent but powerful message that he values your presence and wants to build something meaningful together. You may notice he makes subtle adjustments to his plans to accommodate you. Whether it's rearranging his schedule or altering his goals slightly, these changes show flexibility and prioritization. It's a quiet form of sacrifice that communicates, "You are important enough to me that I'm willing to adapt." This adaptability is a crucial ingredient for any lasting relationship. Lastly, by including you in his future, he is creating a vision of shared happiness and growth. This vision extends beyond just the logistics of plans. It embodies hope, trust, and mutual support. It's a reflection of his desire to create a life where both of you can thrive together, celebrating successes and overcoming challenges side by side. When a man truly likes you, he doesn't just listen to your words. He shows genuine interest in your opinions and ideas. This goes beyond polite conversation or surface-level interaction. He values your perspective and wants to understand how you see the world. By engaging deeply with what you think and believe, he communicates that your mind matters to him as much as your presence does. Showing interest in your opinions means he actively encourages you to share your thoughts. He asks questions, seeks clarification, and listens attentively without interrupting. This kind of engagement signals respect and curiosity. He wants to know what drives you, what excites you, and even what challenges you face. By creating a safe space for you to express yourself, he fosters a connection built on mutual understanding. This interest often manifests in follow-up conversations. He remembers what you said before and revisits those ideas later, demonstrating that your words have stuck with him. Whether it's a topic you're passionate about or a problem you're working through, he shows that your opinions influence his thinking. This ongoing engagement reflects a deeper level of connection that moves beyond fleeting interest. He also respects when your opinions differ from his own. Instead of dismissing or debating simply to win, he values your viewpoint as part of a healthy dialogue. This openness reveals maturity and emotional intelligence. It shows that he sees your ideas as valuable and that he's willing to grow by considering new perspectives. This dynamic encourages honest and meaningful communication. By valuing your ideas, he empowers you to feel confident and heard. This validation strengthens your bond because it nurtures trust and respect. When someone shows sincere interest in your thoughts, it makes you feel seen as a whole person, not just a passing acquaintance. This kind of recognition is a silent but powerful way of saying, "You matter to me." His engagement with your opinions also indicates his desire for a partnership. Relationships thrive when both people contribute to decision-making and share their insights. By involving you intellectually, he's signaling that he wants your input on important matters, both big and small. This inclusion fosters a sense of equality and collaboration, which is essential for lasting connection. You might notice that he goes out of his way to learn more about the topics you care about. Whether it's a hobby, career goal, or personal passion, he makes an effort to understand these areas so he can connect with you more deeply. This investment of time and energy shows that he values your world and wants to be part of it, reinforcing his interest in you as a person. Finally, his genuine interest in your opinions and ideas creates a foundation for deeper emotional intimacy. When you feel truly heard and understood, it breaks down barriers and builds trust. This intellectual and emotional connection often leads to a stronger, more meaningful relationship, where both partners feel valued, respected, and inspired. Understanding these silent signs is like having a roadmap to the heart. When a man shows his interest through these quiet, meaningful actions, he's revealing his true feelings without the noise of words.